You are now listening to Monday Sound Off Randomness on the Monday Sound Off Randomness on the Creative Lips Podcast.
So happy Space Ventures to you.
Yes, guys. Hi. How are you doing? I am a familiar voice that you have missed. I am back, guys. So, yes, I always take these breaks, just like I told you all. If I am not on your favorite downloading podcast platform, and, it's only because I got a lot going on personally. So, but however, I am back, guys. I am here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, guys. And you are now listening to the Creative Lips Podcast. Yes, and I'm your host, Regina. Yes, guys, guys, hey, this is episode 100. Yes, it is. And guys, come on. Keep on tuning in with me. And we're going to get into some things on this Monday Randomness Sounded Off on the other side. All right, keep on tuning in, guys. Yes, guys. Yeah, this is the Creative Lips Podcast once again, and I'm your host, Regina. Yes, guys. This is Monday Randomness Sound Off. Yes, we're going to get into some things today. I'm going to be talking about, just random stuff. A little bit of what's been going on with me. Just a little bit, guys. I'm going to get into it today. Yes, guys. I appreciate you all for listening to me and rocking with me. You guys are literally rocking with me even when I'm not uploading any episodes, guys. Oh, my goodness. Yes. I appreciate you all for the love and support you have been giving Creative Lips Podcast. Yes, me. I appreciate you all, guys. Yes. So, I like to start off my podcast by giving positive affirmations. Yes, positive words of encouragement to you all. Whatever you are going through, whatever you are faced with, guys, whatever you are, let me turn that down just a little bit because I want you all to hear my voice because, people right now are faced with a lot of stuff in their life. Just like I said, only you know what it is that you are faced with in your life that is right before you right now as we speak. I can honestly say that whatever it is that you are going through, you will get through it. You will get through it, even though that valley that you are walking through, it may be hard, it may seem trying, and it may seem like it's never going to end. But I can tell you that you will get through. And it will work out in your favor. And it will work out the way that it's supposed to be worked out. Now, sometimes situations that it is faced before us, I can honestly say, now let's be honest, sometimes we put ourselves in those situations. And sometimes we don't. Sometimes situations is so traumatic that we cannot see the light of day. But whatever it is that you're faced with, you will get through it. And it will come to an end. So just keep on trusting and just keep on believing. Gotta have that faith that you will get through whatever it is that is faced before you. Whatever it is, guys. In the end, guys. All right, guys. Yes. So now let's get into this Monday randomness sound off, guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Let's talk about some things. Just like I said in the beginning, if you all do not hear me, if, on your favorite streaming podcast platforms, if you all don't get a notification, if you are subscribed and following me, then you know that, I got a lot of personal stuff going on. And I will be back to you all. And also, guys, I always say follow me on my social media. Follow me there. Follow me on Instagram at Creative Lips Podcast. And also follow me on Twitter at Creative Lips Pod, guys. Yes, follow me there. And you will also be the first to know when I will upload my episodes. All right, guys? Yes. So you will stay in the know. You will know when my episodes will be uploaded. It's always good to, follow me on my social media because I also talk about announcements with my podcast. And I also give shout outs to, other organizations. It could benefit you as well. Buzzsprout is another one of the major platforms that you can use if you are interested in being a podcaster like myself. I'm telling you, Buzzsprout it has been my baby with uploading all of my episodes to all your favorite podcast streaming platforms like iTunes, Spotify, Amazon. So, just like I said, Buzzsprout is I'm telling you, it's a dope platform to start your podcast. And why not? Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you are looking for, a marketing channel or, have a message that you want to share to the world. It would be fun to have your own talk show like me, like myself. Why not give it a chance? Because for me, honestly, Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch and promote and track your podcast as well. Your show can be online in minutes. In minutes, guys, I'm telling you, when I upload my episodes, they're up there on all your major platforms like iTunes, Spotify, just everywhere in minutes where you want to upload your podcast. You can be, I'm telling you, you can be on top of your game if you use Buzzsprout. Because, podcasting, it shouldn't have to be hard, especially if you are a beginner. Now, me, when I first started off this, I was a beginner. And just like I said, it shouldn't be hard when you have the right partners and teams such as Buzzsprout that, they are passionate and they also want to help you succeed and get to where you want to be with your podcast. So just join over. I'm telling you, it's over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. So if you are interested, click on that link. Click on that link where you see my podcast. And I'm telling you, once you click on that link in my show, in the bio down there where you see it, Buzzsprout will send you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan. And it also helps support my show. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So come on, guys. Click on that link. Click on it today. And you can start your podcast just as I started it myself in minutes, guys. In minutes. I'm telling you guys, my time as being a podcaster has been so exciting, so rewarding. And, it could be like that for you as well. And throughout the course of these years, through these years that I have been being a podcaster, I have enjoyed talking to you guys and also doing my Monday randomness sound off. My Monday randomness sound off is, just like I said, it's just basically talking about random stuff that has been going on in social media or, the latest news and topics. So the latest news that I want to talk about today is the pandemic. How have you all been handling the pandemic this time? A lot has changed. A lot has changed with the mandates and the mask wearing and the vaccinations and so forth. A lot has changed from that point on. And a lot of people have really adapted to with what is going on. And a lot of people, of course, are happy that they are not wearing the mask anymore. But now that on the East Coast, the weather is changing. So it's transitioning into fall. Yes, fall should be arriving pretty soon. And when the weather change, there is a time when, sicknesses arise, where they want to, put out the effort of saying, get your flu shot. And now, of course, that's going to be added. Get your vaccination. That's going to be added. Definitely. It's going to be a given that is, they're going to say that once again, you have to get your vaccination. Now, do you all think that they are going to push forth the mandate to have the vaccination again? I mean, do you all think that that's going to happen? Do you all think that these companies and the government is going to enforce the vaccination mandate all over again like it did before, and how they tried to pass the laws in Supreme Court just to make it mandated to get a vaccination shot? Fall on the East Coast is going to be the fall equinox. It officially begins on September the 22nd. It's on the Thursday. And when that comes, do you all think that, when the weather change and shift to being colder on the East Coast or anywhere, do you all think that that's going to be enforced? I mean, me personally, I don't think it's going to be. Unless the only way that I think that they are going to enforce it, only if there is a new variant. If there is a new variant out there, then they may enforce that vaccine mandate again. I mean, but of course, they would have to come out with, newer vaccines that's going to combat those new variants, because the variants that came out over the summer and the spring, they didn't people who were vaccinated, they still got COVID. Even with the people who are boosted up and everything, people still got COVID. So what are we to do? Honestly, personally, I just say once again, when I talked about the vaccine mandate, if you can listen to some of my episodes that I did talk about it, from my own personal opinion, it's your personal choice. Whatever you feel as though that you want to do for yourself and your family is best for you. If you feel as though that you want to get the vaccine and get boosted, for work or whatever, or just for personal, that you feel as though you want to protect your loved ones and protect yourself, then by all means, that's your personal choice. Like, how do you all feel about that? I noticed that when the weather changes, these variants come out and they have new vaccines. They have updated vaccines, not new, but updated vaccines from the Moderna and Pfizer and, and so forth. But however, once again, I just said, this is my personal opinion. When I talk about these vaccines and vaccinations and, COVID, and it's just from my own personal opinion. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, of course, and you don't even have to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? But, that's what my Monday randomness is, talking about. It's just random stuff from my own opinion and how I feel about certain topics and so forth. And, and another topic that I want to talk about the music industry. Yes. I really wanted to talk about this. Of course, I wanted to talk about Miss Beyonce herself. Yes, Miss Beyonce. Miss Beyonce had dropped her album, Renaissance, Part 1, Act 1. And it's very different, very unique. Honestly, you had a lot of people who didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it at all. A lot of people, of course, brought it under the light of criticism with certain songs that she, wrote about and sang about. And, of course, you had the other side of it, like myself. Certain songs I loved. I really enjoyed it. I really did. I can honestly say that I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed her album. And that's just Act 1. I mean, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if she is going to, change it up. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if Act 2 is going to be different from Act 1. But however, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it myself. A lot of songs on there were influences of the 70s, 80s, which is my favorite. I love 80s music. I'm a 70s baby, but, I love 80s music. So I thought it was interesting. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people said they couldn't get down with it. It's a lot to take in. It really is an experience listening to her album. It really is. Honestly. Her vocals, I can honestly say her vocals, hands down, her vocals was on point. I love her vocals. Her voice has matured throughout the years. Definitely her voice has matured. And I enjoyed it. Honestly, and I'm looking forward to, Act 2. And I know she had just recently dropped a song with Ron Isley. Yes, Ron Isley. Oh my goodness. Yes, Ron Isley. So that's probably giving you a glimpse of what her Act 2, her Renaissance Act 2. I think it's a 3-part, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. And it's going to give you a glimpse of, I'm just guessing, I don't know. But it's giving you a little glimpse of what Act 2 is going to be about. But I like it a lot. I really do. And for those who don't like it, because they're not used to the sounds like that, because the sounds are like from back in the day, a different sound. But this song that's playing right now, Heated, it's more like Afro beats, so which is popular right now. I know Chris Brown has dabbled a lot with that with his new sound. His new album is dropped as well, and that's doing really well. I had a chance to go to his concert, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. He is a good entertainer. But however, I think that music needs to evolve. Music needs to change. And, and there you have it. Yes. There you have it. Yes. Okay. So, that's all the topics that I really, really wanted to, dabble in and talk about. I really didn't want to get too deep into talking about stuff, just random stuff that I've been talking about. I can talk personally about myself, just a little bit about what's been going on with me. Just like I said, I've just been doing a lot of stuff, with my family, helping my family evolve, heal, and continue on their journey so that they can be the best that they can be, and myself as well. I am constantly working on myself. I am constantly trying to be better than I was before. And, trying to grow mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Honestly, I'm trying each and every day. Some days it gets the best of me. It does. I can honestly say in my anxiety. I actually have an episode talking about that. About my anxiety, how I get through. And there may be some things that, maybe you guys can tell me. What do you do to get through your anxiety? How do you combat it? What do you do? Because honestly, I do try my best, to try to get through my anxiety on a daily basis. Sometimes, it can get, just like I said, it can get the best of me, but I push through and I make it through. I do. Honestly, I do. That's all I can do. But I also want to say that an episode that is coming up is going to be a special episode with my favorite guest. Yes, my favorite guest is Musically Sincere. Yes, Musically Sincere. Yes, Musically Sincere is coming back. But this is going to be a special episode. I'm going to be talking to him this Wednesday on my Self-Care Wednesdays. So be sure to tune in for that special episode with Musically Sincere, guys. We're going to be talking about mental health on that day, this Wednesday. Okay? All right, which will be the 17th. For my Self-Care Wednesdays, guys, with Musically Sincere. So be sure to tune in for that special episode. All right, guys. Yes, I thank you all for tuning in with me for my Monday's Randomness Sound Off. Yes. Yes, guys. And once again, follow me on all of my social media, guys. Follow me on Instagram at Creative Lips Podcast. Yes, and follow me on Twitter at Creative Lips Pod. And I also drop my latest episode on SoundCloud. Yes. So be sure to follow me there. All right, guys. I enjoy being back and, talking with you guys and you listening to me. Whatever time of the day you are listening to this episode, be sure to subscribe, support, and leave me a review, guys. All right, guys. Until the next time.
You are now listening to episode 101 on the Creative Force Podcast.